Welcome back to Odyssey News. I am Mike Odyssey, and in today's video we have a lot of news when it comes to the world of Nintendo, so I'll give you just a little bit of everything happening with Nintendo. And of course, today's top story: will we see the last Nintendo Direct related to the Switch in September? Let's get started.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario.
But before we get into the video, I just want to remind everyone that we are on our way to 100K. And if we get there before the year ends, I will be choosing 20 lucky subscribers to win a Nintendo Switch. All you got to do is subscribe, hit that bell, and be active in the community, and you can be chosen at our 100K live celebration. First up, we have Capcom in the news, and they state that they plan on releasing a game in the first half of 2024 that will sell millions. Now, it is yet to be known what game they're talking about, but a lot think that they are actually referring to Monster Hunter, the franchise, and the next installment in the major line. I know they have the Monster Hunter mainline games and they have their side games, but they're talking about their main next-gen Monster Hunter, and it's coincidentally kind of placed around where people think the Switch 2 will be launched as well. So they're talking about selling millions, and no game sells millions like games that are available on launch day for just about any next-gen system. Next up, we have Nickelodeon announcing the part 2 of All-Star Brawl. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is expected to launch this autumn, which is very surprising. I would think they would actually wait till next year for the next-gen Switch to come out in order to announce that second installment and actually have that game as a launch game, because yes, like I said before, it is very smart for games to be available at launch unless they are planned to be available at launch. And all Pikmin lovers, congratulations, because your game has debuted at #1 in Japan, which is a great thing for the franchise. It looks like the franchise has a bright future ahead. All right, moving on to the next and last news in the rapid fire zone, we have Splatfest. The next Splatfest announcement is in August. Yes, the tournament is in August for all Splatoon players around the world. We're having to choose between 3 major teams, okay? And I think these are the most important teams ever to be selected, because this tells you what kind of person you really are. You get to choose between money, fame, and love. And if you ask me, guess what? Fame and money, they last for so little, but love trumps all. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for rapid fire news. Let's move on to today's top story. So when it comes to Nintendo Switch news, I feel here on the channel we are a bit ahead, because it looks like everybody else is catching up when it comes to the latest on Nintendo Switch news, and the manufacturer kind of giving or hinting out a released window for the Nintendo Switch. So while everyone else kind of catches up, we're going to go ahead and talk about the potential of the Nintendo Switch 2 being announced early next year, and how this console will be announced. Okay, so let's consider this area a discussion. I want you guys to give me your best guess. I want you guys to give me your best answer when it comes to how you feel the Switch 2 will be announced and when. So guys, this Nintendo Direct coming up in September is actually more meaningful than anyone thought possible, because it could very well be the very last Nintendo Direct when it comes to a standalone console, meaning Nintendo Switch. There is a big, giant, huge possibility that the next Nintendo Direct in February will be a shared one with the next gen console. Not only that, but there is a bigger possibility now, more than ever, that Nintendo will announce the next gen console in February in that Nintendo Direct, along with games coming in for that console, along with the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is not going anywhere. If you just buy one, don't worry. It will probably be still there for the next couple of years, 2 to 3 more years. Nintendo will basically, they actually promised to service that console for up to 10 years. So 7 years have passed so far, and we still have 3 more years in the life of the Nintendo Switch. But it will not be the only console out there for its last 3 years. Now, this Nintendo Direct that's coming up in September, just because of that, and guys, again, this is speculation. This is for discussion purposes only. I want to know your thoughts down below. And I want to remind you that this news is not coming from any rumorville. This news is not coming from any type of leaker. This news is not coming from a single person. This news is coming from an actual manufacturer who is actually working on parts for their next gen system. They basically mentioned, just like I mentioned in a video prior, that they are working for parts for a future console of a company that has not released a system in years. And of course, Nintendo has not released a system in years. So that basically is tied to Nintendo. And of course, this is the company that is well known to work side by side with Nintendo. So you put two and two together, everyone knows and everybody is reporting that yes, they're talking about the next gen Nintendo system. And the fact of the matter is that this next September Direct could have more sentimental value than any other Nintendo Direct. Remember when Nintendo Switch came out? How old were you? Where were you when Nintendo Switch came out? What were you doing? And what was your reaction when the first Nintendo Switch came out? This was 7 years ago, guys. This is almost 7 years ago that Switch came out. We were all in different points in our lives, right? Some of us were probably very little kids and now we are teenagers, and some of us were in our teens and now we are adults. And it's crazy to think that now we are entering another era, right? The next era in the gaming history of Nintendo. And this Nintendo Direct could very well be the last when it comes to standing alone for the Nintendo Switch. Now, if they are planning to introduce the next gen system in February, that means that they will announce it right at the beginning of the Direct, and then the rest of the Direct will be kind of focused on the games for the Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever they choose to call it, along with the Nintendo Switch. I believe that Nintendo will actually release any upcoming game for Switch and for Switch 2 or whatever they call it. So the floor is open to you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a Nintendo Switch fan? Are you holding a Nintendo Switch? Did you just buy one? Are you looking forward to Switch 2? This is happening, guys. There's no stopping the train. This train is in full motion, speed ahead towards the future of Nintendo, and it is exciting every day more and more. All right, before I let you go, guys, I have a huge announcement for the channel. I have a big, I mean, one of the biggest announcements I've had on the channel ever. This has to do with the channel itself, my content. It has to do with my health. It has to do with everything. I mean, it has to do with a major change I am making to the giveaways, okay, that I think will make you very happy. So I want you guys to stay tuned for that announcement. I will be doing a live stream to make this announcement, which is going to be, like I said, one of the biggest announcements that I've made on the channel, and I think you guys will all enjoy it. So stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe for that. Make sure to have that bell turned on so that you do not miss that said live stream, because I think it's going to make, at least for our channel, it's going to make history. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. But before I let you go, I have 2 words I need to let you know. Number 1, never give up. And number 2, journey on. Those are not 2 words. Those are a lot of words put together to form a message. Peace.
Welcome to the Odyssey. Hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Z, no blade. Drive like Mario, we on a new wave. Never slow down, winners don't need no brakes. And we won't fade, our shine gets greater. Staying on the ball like Pokemon trainers. From the nest to the Wii, we dangerous. You can button mash, but it